In today's news, Ripple will destroy USDT Tether. Do you realize how much money Ripple, XRP, and therefore you yourself is about to attain? How close we are to the nuclear Ripple takeover? Because Ilaudi Demarchi from Keiko confirms that we are now counting down the months. Pay close attention.
So these are like the two dates we mentioned, June, which is in 2.5 months, just to be very transparent, for the two asset classes that we mentioned. So basically, if you're a stablecoin issuer, when we talk about, e-money tokens, so e-money tokens issuers, and for also the art tokens, it's coming into effect in June. So in 2.5 months, any issuers or any of the e-money tokens or art tokens needs to be compliant with MiCA. The second really important deadline is December. All the CASPs and other assets need to be compliant with MiCA by the end of this year.
So as you heard, in just 2 months' time from now, stablecoins will have to be compliant. Not a matter of if, buts, or maybe. They are required to be compliant with MiCA regulations. And as we can see in this post from Smoke, Tether USDT will not be covered under MiCA regulations. S&P Global has stated that USDT Tether has several stability weaknesses and therefore Tether will eventually go poof, like it never even existed. And as a result, it has been said that Circle USDC is expected to overtake Tether in market shares, a market that is growing rapidly and should surpass $200 billion once MiCA is enforced. However, it is my belief that it won't just be Circle, because it will in fact be Ripple with XRP and their new incoming stablecoin that will be the one destroying Tether, attaining this rapidly growing market. Because due to last year's court rulings, Ripple had to switch all US ODL clients from XRP to USDT. But as we could hear in this short video from Zach Rector, with the lawsuit now coming close to its conclusive end, Ripple's adoption in the United States is about to go nuclear, and everybody is going to want to use that Ripple stablecoin.
The legal assassins that Ripple has hired to defend themselves against the SEC put on another legal clinic in yesterday's response to the SEC. Remember, the SEC is requesting $2 billion from Ripple, and Ripple has responded saying that in this case, the fine should be no more than $10 million civil penalty. So we're going to see what Judge Torres rules. My prediction is we're talking sub 50 million, and we're going to get that flip of the switch moment where Judge Torres green lights Ripple's defense that they have structured their contracts going forward in a way that it does not constitute an investment contract. This is going to flip the switch for institutions in the United States. Now, what else did Ripple just announce? That US dollar stable coin on the XRP ledger. And so this is going to implement and really integrate a US dollar stablecoin on the XRP ledger that's going to bring much more liquidity. And we're talking about on-demand liquidity going live in the United States later this year.
In the words of Ripple's Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty, in Gary Gensler's first 3 years as SEC chair, the agency has been sued for abusing its rulemaking powers more times than the SEC was sued in the prior 10+ years, which is insane, spanning the tenure of 3 long-serving chairs combined. Safe to say that Gary Gensler, he's done a very impressive job, if you will, in shutting down Ripple, but most importantly, America's adoption and innovation. Because the thing is, Ripple didn't stop innovating. They continue to expand and form their partnerships. So if America doesn't want to fall behind in this 4th industrial digital revolution, they're going to have to accept and utilize XRP and their technology, because their partnerships, they are worldwide and very, very powerful. Ripple's Metaco's Tom Baker announced a week ago or so that we will soon be announcing 2 monster banks for its SaaS custody solution. Listen closely.
We now have 2 major prospects. I cannot name it, but hopefully you will read it in the press in the near future. They both of them, and I was really surprised, actually it's 3, they're all going for SaaS operating model. And not only for the non-secure components, but also for the secure components. That means their key management system is software as a service. It's no longer on-prem. It's no longer in their cellar. It's no longer in their IT department. And these are real, positively meant monsters of banks. And I was very positively surprised that there is a shift in the thinking into that direction.
Now, we already know their connections to HSBC and also the likes of BOA Bank of America. So it will be very interesting to hear what sort of connections and partnerships the powerhouses that MiCA and Ripple have and what they will name. But that's just not all. As we can see in this post from the Good Morning Crypto, through a Ripple partner, we will now be seeing the start of the next evolution of digital technology, the tokenization of gold.
HSBC is already tokenizing gold through a Ripple partner. They stated various companies are exploring tokenization behind the scenes. What does all this mean to you?
Yeah, it's huge.
So MiCA regulations, compliance, if you will, their deadlines are very, very close. All of which will be happening this year, 2024, and Ripple is compliant. USDT Tether, though, is not. Ripple have been planning their takeover to destroy USDT by launching their own stablecoin for a very, very long time now. As mentioned in this interview half a year ago with MiCA and Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Pay close attention.
I think stablecoins have a role to play because they are efficient. They are adding an efficiency to how money is moving today. And they are, back to my point around transparency, they are trusted in a way that people perceive crypto as less trustworthy in some ways because of volatility. I'm bullish on that. You know, one manifestation of that is Ripple has invested and is working with about 10 different governments around the world to do central bank digital currencies. I mean, a central bank digital currency is a stablecoin. It's just issued by the government.
And now to put this cherry on top, Edward Farina mentions in this video that Ripple stablecoin on the XRP ledger is a brilliant strategic move that could be the solution, with Ripple integrated into the core of the global financial system. Every institution, as I've showed you, Ripple have massive partnerships. Every institution wants XRP, which is why Ripple's partnerships continue to expand and grow and becoming more and more powerful. Therefore, XRP cannot remain dirt cheap, especially because Tether is a house of cards that could collapse at any moment and a major threat to Bitcoin. Tether's not going to be long. It'll be Ripple and XRP to take its place. Listen closely.
It's a strategic move from Ripple, which comes on the perfect moment on time, and I don't think that's a coincidence. Evergrande liquidation is moving on. Tether, I think, has never been in such a weak place as now. In nearly 6 years, the CEO doesn't even come public to give an interview. They have been fined multiple times by the CTFC, so I really see that Tether could unfold as one of the worst black swan events that we have ever seen in crypto, and simultaneously, what a coincidence, Ripple comes with a perfect solution, which happens to be a stablecoin, and they already came with a stablecoin that is interoperable, which I think it's also great to highlight. That's going to be also on Ethereum, which is where most DeFi is sitting at the moment. But by talking to some people in Paris, it looks like they really want to expand this stablecoin to multiple blockchains. So definitely going to scale up. Just combine two booming topics, which is stablecoin and interoperability, and then you add on top of the equation that Tether is in a very weak position right now. And I think that's the great recipe for success in the XRP ledger, especially with the AMMs right now playing out. It's live, people are using the technology. Everything is lining up for adoption.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.